Welcome back to another Supreme Commander Forged Alliance Forever Derpcast. Hopefully I have a very special game for you today. This is a extremely high rated, as in everyone is basically an average of 2k plus. And this is supposed to be a very entertaining game. It takes place on the classic Seaton's Clutch. We're going to run through the players. This game has some real good ratings. I'm hoping for something special here. I haven't actually watched it, so I don't know what's going to happen, which makes it even more exciting. So in Team 2 down here, we'll start at the bottom. From the last game, it's Sopak. He is playing in the Aeon Blue Com here. He's going to be playing Air. Next up, in Anime Girl Pink, it is her Charmer. He is playing in the Seraphim Com on the Beach slot. Going mid with the Rambo UEF Chonky Boy, it is Pluma. He's in Battleship Grey. And on the Rock Carry slot, it's last game's MVP, the Wheelie in this dark green stealthy Cybran sneaky colour. Now over the causeway on the other continent, in the rock slot, the carry slot, the one with the most mexes, it is Deans. He is playing UEF. In the air slot for Team 1, it's Usukmadik. It's clearly an Arabic name and not an attempt that has anything to do, not a name that has anything to do with fellatio at all. He is playing in classic Cybran Blood Red. He's in the air slot. And on the beach, last but not least, well, he's not last, that's why he's last but not least, it's Cock. So clearly he's spelt clock wrong, or his hacker name is C-O-C-K. He is playing in Bumblebee Yellow in the Cybran Com. And actually, last but not least, and already on the move, Ramboing his way to mid with that Seraphim Chonky Boy, with the chicken-legged Seraphim Boy. It's Espinoza. He is playing in Cyan. Is that Cyan or is it Baby Blue? That's Cyan, isn't it? His opponent, Pluma, is also on the way. And this classic map, as you can see, all the mass, 13,000 reclaim right here in the middle, with these Porsche 911s to reclaim. Very tasty. You want to get that over to your team so they can make lots of units and tech up quickly. So here's how this game normally works. You have two front players. They are engaged in a land battle with a choke point in the middle. Then you have two C players. This one up here, the rock slot, is closer to this island and tends to have more mass, so they push in this way. Obviously vice versa, the rock slot here carries and pushes this way, whilst the air players at the back, they support all of the other players once they get to T3, fight air, build experimentals, try to end the game normally in the rookie matches, and generally try to deal death with strats or gunships or anything nasty they can find. So immediately, the two plays that we've got coming out, we have a early bomber here from Cock. He is going after the front player here, Pluma, which is a good call normally because there's no, obviously no comm in the base. But my goodness, that is a very early drop from her Charmer there. He has flash stepped his way, or perhaps he's run with his arms behind his back, all the way over here to the island, and he is going for a PD very early. And he is going to be denying this drop. Or is he? Deems turns up and he's got a lab on his transport, and there's nothing a Charmer can do about that. That is a truly 4D chess move. I don't think I've ever seen someone go with a lab as standard on their transport to the island here. I don't know if you saw the transport coming with a scout or whatever, but that is a truly big brain play. And he's going to crush that island expansion. Is Cock's bomber here going to do anything? It looks like he's going after this engineer. Going after the mechs. Does he get it? He gets the engineer but doesn't get the mechs, which completes. So, and his little bomber here is going to get shut down. The wheelie up here manages to get his island. No real contest here from Cock. Comms tickling each other in the middle. Both reclaiming here. Looks like this has denied Dean's the base for quite a while, but the island here for a while, but maybe not long enough to justify the cost of that drop there. So Hachama is going to be doing the double team here. He's going for the three-way in mid. He's moved his comm all the way from his base through the ocean. He is going to be trying to double team Espinosa. Because currently Pluma has issues with these Zuis. Very nasty kitey artillery here. Stopping to scoop up some mass. Koch has decided not to do that. He's going to be staying in his base and using his commander to construct rather than fight. So it is going to be a 2v1 in the middle here. Pluma taking a lot of damage from these Zuis, considering he had more health to start with. He's taking a bit of a battering here. Deans does manage to take back the island. We have a drop from Hachama here. I'm not sure where that's going. Maybe an early naval build. But this is where the action is. We've got a factory block here. They're trying to keep Espinosa from leaving. You can't leave. Pluma is behind him, shooting him in the arse here. Are they going to be able to block him? We've got 3 comms in the hot tub pool here, having a very close point blank 3-way here, bumping into each other. That is some premium Twitch chat content right there. That's definitely get some simps donating for that. But Team 2 down here walk away unscathed, and they're going to go back to reclaiming another 2,000 available. This drop from Hachama does get in. I think it's been spotted though, based on those pings. And he is going for a proxy base. The transport gets deleted so it doesn't get seen flying back out. Factory immediately started, but this bomber looks like it might clean that up real fast. It is being microed. I'm going to go for these engineers. Yes, he is. They all die before the radar can get up. And Hachama immediately just starts reclaiming the factory. He knows that the game's up. He really needed a little bit more time there. If he had a bit more time to get a bit more set up, maybe get 2 or 3, maybe 4 factories and a radar, they'd be in really good shape to be an absolute nuisance. But as things are, I think it's just going to get cleaned up by Tech 1 bombers, which is going to be fairly mass efficient for the top team. Pluma in big trouble here, eating Zui shells. Alright, good, so I can hear Piccolo shouting to dodge. It's even in Piccolo's voice actor's voice.
Why didn't you dodge?
So Espinosa doing great work there, fighting off 2 comms, although I think Hachama was basically just there to steal mass, like the greedy comm that he is. Do comms have genders? This is a question for 2021. Maybe they're just like Doom Guy, their gender is hardcore rather than male or female. Maybe they can choose to identify as any faction. Hachama just chooses to identify as a Seraphim right now. These guys just up in the corner, just doing they're living their best life here. This one going to lose. Koch decides to micro it away. So we have a TAC missile upgrade for Deans here. That is somewhat questionable given his position. Can only assume that a Tech 2 transport is on the way, and he is going to be making life miserable for someone down here. This base still not quite cleaned up. Didn't get any mechs kills though, or really any kills at all by the looks of things. Tech 1 bombers harassing, and this is a great bomb here. If only there was a follow-up, he could have absolutely crushed all these Tech 2 engineers, denied the point defense. That would have been amazing. Sadly, though, it doesn't look like that will be the case. The delete trick here for Sopak. So remember that when a mech is upgrading, it's not producing mass. So that means that if you can build it faster, you get technically more investment because it starts paying back sooner. So what a lot of the high rated players do is they deliberately control K one of their mechs, and then they rebuild it with a T3 engineer as quick as possible. I'm going to zoom out because I've seen on here we've got 2 drops. We've got a Zooey drop. That's greedy all the way over the base. And he gets shot down by this ASF. I think if it was just the Inties it would have been fine, but that ASF has really put paid to that. Just a bit greedy. If he had landed here, I think he definitely could have got the Tech 2 power. We have another one. And this one looks like it will drop. Transport gets shot down, but the Zooeys survive. Are they going to go for the naval yard? I assume they are. This will be great. If he can pick off these naval yards early, he'll put his opponent way back. But it looks like they're splitting up instead. Why are the Zooeys not firing is the question. There's quite a lot of frigates suddenly pumped out of nowhere here. And although a couple of them look like they're going to die, it's not going to be enough. Yeah, I think that's going to get cleaned up without any real problems there. So we are seeing that Tech 2 com drop. So Deans with the baller move. Always love a good baller move there. Bring your com to the front. Be an asshole. Make yourself as annoying as possible. Meanwhile, Pluma has got the Riptides going. These hovercraft tanks with machine guns on. They tend to be quite hard for Navy units to hit, but the Tridents are very good at hitting them. So we've got some hover action going in. Easily kill Zooeys though. So the comm is in. It has fired the first missile. Excuse me, where's the missile? It didn't go. Achama puts in the GG in chat. He knows he's going to lose quite a few mexes here. He's got no T2 building power in his base. So he can't actually stop this. That is a reclaim order. So Achama deleted his own mechs in order to reclaim it to avoid the comm damage, the snipe damage from the missile. But Dean's deleted the... He deleted the mechs. He deleted the mechs reclaim anyway. Same again here. That is a 1,000 for the mechs plus 500 for these. So that is 2,500 mass destroyed there with just a 170 mass missile. So that's disgusting amounts of value. Got another drop. So Espinosa looks like he is going to be doing quite a lot of drops this game. He's committing to them. He's got a lot of transports despite not having any success so far. We've got another one built here. I'm just going to leave the map up because I haven't seen the game and it's very easy to miss things when you've got 4 players trying to kill each other. If I miss a comp kill, I'm very sorry. It does happen. So, 5,000 mass killed here. Another one. Oof. That is painful. The other thing you can do is just delete all of the Navy factories. I'd be very tempted to delete Navy factories. Because they cost like 350 to build, right? And it's only 170 for the missile, so each one is pretty good. The Wheelie is pushing in up here with Navy himself, and it's a Trident versus Trident fight. This is quite a risky thing to do. He has got numerical advantage on the Tridents, but when you're going up against a Com and Torps, if you lose your Navy here, not only have you lost your whole Navy and it's going to be reclaimed, but your opponent's going to get all the mass from both navies, and they can just reclaim it with the factories. It's pretty dangerous to do that. There's already a 1500 mass. So this Zui drop lands. That's a Tech 2 air factory that gets destroyed there. That is quite painful. He's going to get the rest of these mexes, but obviously they've already been taken down to T2, so Hachama is just having a terrible time of it right now. This transport coming in here, but I think the ASF might have Boys, come on! You have one job! They were in the perfect position to stop this, and they've kind of just... although this is tanks, not Zuis. Not sure why those are tanks. They are just going to get cleaned up by this. So that, it didn't matter that these boys kind of didn't do their jobs. They were pulled off to deal with the Torps. This is looking increasingly like a Navy crush down here for Deans. I think Chama has given... He gave him his base, but Pluma gave it straight back. I'm not sure if Chama really wants to control K and leave. He may have been given depression already. That is possible.
When you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because
This might cure him. The Wheelie with the baller drop. He is doing the bravery test, dropping his Cybran com with just T3, no stealth. Starts constructing factories immediately. Remember, like in Age of Empires, these do function like walls. Your opponent can't often shoot through them, so this is an effective wall, which also can create things and has a lot of health. Is it seen? It is seen. It's here, but they haven't scouted it. Seconds here really matter. Okay, it's been seen, but it's already late. Look at that. The shield's up. The factories are producing. There's a tack launcher on the way. Uh-oh. That is not good. This drop cleaned up this, and it's moving in, so Hachama is going to lose all his power, and if he doesn't make T2PD or something, he's going to lose the rest of his base too. Disastrous. So we've got two big drops doing a lot of damage. Take 2 Torp launcher here. I feel like Cock probably needs some... Did the game die? Hello? Excuse me? Really?
A few moments later.
So the game crashed, but we're back in the room now. Slight technical error there, not sure what caused that. So the Wheelie has dropped and he has his tack launchers up. Cock here is he's countering with Salem's, and that is good because obviously they can get out onto the land and run across if they want. Plus they outrange anything that the Wheelie can build without TTPD, without actually RTs. The Chama though down here, he is losing his whole base. This is dead. He can't come back from that. So he is truly boned, I think. And Deans as well has basically crushed the naval production of Pluma. So we've got a top win here for Team 2 and a bottom pond win for Team 1. Obviously I know these players have other names on their streaming channels, but it's just easier for people who don't know them or don't know the game too well to just refer to them by their actual names that they are using in the game. If they want to be called Farm Schleck or Yudi or Big Feather or Foley or whoever else is playing, they can always just use that in game. stick to what they decided to call themselves. I don't know, maybe they're trying to identify as a different persona today, so we'll just go with what they've named themselves. This base is looking very dangerous. The missiles, and you can see deleting the Tech 2 mexes all over the place. We've got Corsairs as well, we've got units coming all over the place. These hunters too stunned to do anything. And now they're dead. Hawk bombers getting shot down by frigates. These Cerberus turrets behind obviously they're behind the PV here, behind the factories, using them as a wall. So that Tech 2, Espinosa being a great ally here, he has dropped T2 engineers and he is building Tech 2 RT. That is going to be a threat. It's obviously T2 RT pretty good against cyber and shields. He's also building TMB against missile launchers. It looks like it's going to be a naval hold here for Koch. These Tech 2 launchers and the Tech 2 Navy are going to clean up the Tech 1 spam here from the Wheelie. So the Wheelie might find himself very isolated here in a minute. He is quite alone. He's surrounded by Navy. He's got units on all sides of him. Now obviously these ASF are lurking. Pluma, on the other hand, he has also got the TAC launcher, and it looks like he's been doing a number on Dean's base. It looks like he's about to meet his maker. He's looking very alone. So we had a TAC launcher comm down here for Dean's. We've got a TAC launcher comm up here for Pluma, so they're basically trading places. Where is he launching? He looks like he's launching at these mexes. He's doing a lot of damage. 12k mass on his comm killed already. There goes another one. Really still surviving with those missiles. Oh, artillery shell takes out the TAC launchers whilst the shield was offline. That's unfortunate. Pluma, oh, he's going to go for anti-air here, but maybe he needs to be spamming Tech 1 anti-air everywhere to survive that. Flair will be able to kill the torp launchers in one shot, but there's just too many of them. 5 stars on his comm. Sobak turns up to try and save him, but it looks like Yusuk Madik just has too many ASF. And I think Pluma is going to bow out of the game here. I don't think he can escape. Down to 300 health. Boom. So, Pluma, first player to drop out there, just a little bit overextended with his comm. He was getting a lot of damage. He's taking a lot of mexes off the enemy team. You can really see the damage that the Rock players have taken from these pushes that they've done. We're at 20 minutes into the game on Setons. These guys are 2k plus, and we've basically only got Tech 2 mexes. Yeah, really only Tech 2 mexes for both players. So not high scoring eco for 20 minutes. It looks like the Wheelie has been forced backwards with his push. And he is now bombarding this Tech 2 Navy yard. And that's the HQ, that goes down. So no more Tech 2 Navy. Chama turns up with his comm with gun, and it's going to be a 2v2 fight here. Koch and Espinosa are going to have to defend this. What are they going to do? Here comes the gun comm drop. It's right next to him. It's going to be a point blank. I want to make a joke about him doing it prematurely, but the reality was he was just a bit too late. He basically tried to use the death explosion from his comm to kill the transport, but he did it after Chama had already landed, so he just committed suicide for no reason. Oh, buddy. That is That has got to be worthy of a derp award. I'm sorry, Cock. You were playing well against some very high-rated players, but that was pure derp. That was like 24 carat derp right there. I love it. I think it's most players wouldn't even think to do that. They wouldn't have the reaction speed to see a better higher rated player coming in, knowing that their base is doomed, to go, I'm going to delete myself immediately and end my game. They just wouldn't make that decision. So clearly Koch is good enough to see that. He had the right idea there. It's just a little bit late with the execution. Poor guy. That leaves Espinosa on his own here. He's spamming Tech 2PD, but it looks like he's just going to get run over. Or maybe not. He's got a lot of Mantis. And Mantis versus Medusa is a very good matchup for him. And Charma's been spamming just anti-air, so there's no PD. Unfortunately, the Walkie Boys are going to change that. That's complete. These are equivalent to Tech 2PD themselves, but with better range. Espinosa is going to have to retreat here. He's got nothing to fight this. Meanwhile, in the southern half of the map, Deans has gotten Tech 3 engineering on his comm, and he is setting up a forward land base. He's got cruisers here to support. He's got Navy backing him up. He's got all these factories here to scoop the mass and produce engineers. So we are having an invasion on both sides here. The wheel effect is in full motion. Big, yeah, nice torque bomb run there. Picks up both cruisers. If you can get back and get this one, it'll be even better. It doesn't look like he's going for it. That is not a great place to land. Unfortunate there. Yeah, Espinosa forced to retreat. Tech 2 PD being spammed by Usuck. But the Salems are on the war march, and the Wheelie and Hachama, two of the highest rated players in the game, and probably the best team players. Really, they play this map more than anything else. There really aren't many players that are rated higher than this. The Nexus is obviously a bit high. He's 2,500, and there's Tagada who's 2,500. I mean, if you're looking at, you don't want to be playing against two players on Setons at a disadvantage, it's probably these two. So Usuck and Espinosa, they are in real trouble right now. They're getting hammered by Salems, they're getting hammered by Tax, although the Tax are now gone. And the Wheelie is just setting up his base here. He's going for T3 power. Why isn't he building it in his base? Well, he's not building anything in his base, just Tech 3 engineers. He doesn't have an anti-nuke. In fact, nobody has an anti-nuke. Nobody has a nuke. 23 minutes. So, a very irregular game here. It's actually really hard to see who's winning. The eco is fairly even. Small advantage for Team 2 here. Oh, now it's back to Team 1. Who knows? But the map control is really similar. This could really go either way at this point. And testament to how close it is that the players haven't left. These high players will leave the game immediately when they know it's lost. So the game is very close. Mercy's being built. Zopac with Mercy's very unusual. Deans is really set up here. He's got shield. He's spamming these. He's not Mitsubi's because he's UEF. They are the Lobos. Getting countered by Riptides and mini chickens. Oh no, they're Mongoose. These Gatling boy Chads with their fresh out of the gym pump walk. The Swole boys. Yeah, both teams trying to counter with air. Oh, Hachama eating. Oh, he's gotten taken out there. So many Corsairs. Great counter by Usuck there. That was great. He really needed to pull something out there, or they were just going to get steamrolled. And now, obviously, the Wheelie has to handle all of the units. He can't share the APM load. So, the Wheelie just goes, "Excuse me, friend, where are you?" And Chama Chama is dead. So it's now a 2v3. The wheelie with all of this, he must have huge eco, up to 500. Is he gonna? What is he gonna get done with it? No, he's passed off this front base to Sobak. So Sobak is in charge of defense, and the wheelie is in charge of attack by the looks of things. We've got these two fights going on, two invasions. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. That's embarrassing. We've got these two battles here, both just, you know, it's like that meme, you're just going to disregard Tech 4 and high quality units and just spam Tech 1. This is like a ladder match, but 4v4 at 25 minutes into the late game. The Chama Chama, you see, he's trying to help his team with chat. He says there's destroyers that aren't doing anything. Who is winning this invasion race? I think that team 1, I think, sorry, team 2, I think the wheelie is doing better than Beans at pushing in here. But they are taking different approaches. You can see that the Navy, the destroyers are being used up here. Whereas Beans is going for Tech 2 land, so Tech 2 land will actually be more dangerous the further it gets inbound, whereas the destroyers are really more dangerous at the edge. Although the destroyers are getting countered by more Corsairs. See the amount of move commands and everything, it's just a mess. Can we get a Shift G on these? Yeah, we are. So the Corsairs taking out the walking crabby boys. In comes the ASF to defend. Picks off a lot of them and then just goes after the ASF. Chasing him all the way. No SAMs to retreat. Oh, there's some flak. There's no SAMs to retreat to. And not being able to get into here, the wheelie is just redirecting his army south, and these Zuis are going to tear these factories to bits. It's got gunships as well. I think the wheelie is making great progress here with his army. So you sucked the ASF split there to try and get away. Not sure how necessary that was. We've got these pillars pushing in. And the Spectres are just getting whacked to death. There's nothing they can really do about that. Kind of micro-intensive though to avoid all this further fire. We've got an ASF transfer. So the wheelie has picked up a Revenant. He's got 3 strats actually. He is building strats. Not sure what he's going for. 3 strats could do it. He could kill the whole air grid. And speaking of killing the whole air grid, ambassadors here, Tech 3 strats, have killed the bottom air grid. Now they're going for the comm. Are they going to kill Sobak? He's getting stratted in his own base. All his air is miles away. The strats retreated by the looks of things. There was no damage. Oh, they got shot down. So Sobak has lost his whole air grid, so they're going to be at a significant air disadvantage. He can't spam gunships or Tech 1 bombers. But the wheelies make great progress here. All the mexes are dead. And this is just like, you know when all the they go to the bug planet in Starship Troopers, and they just get overrun by these alien bugs. That's exactly what this is. There's just nothing you can do about it. Maybe the wheelie just couldn't get in onto the air grid. He had enough bombers to really wreck this. Now they are at a significant air disadvantage. I actually think that Yusak could probably get in here with his ASF and just wipe out all the airs. Maybe not. It's kind of risky. He could remove any gunships as well. But Sopak's about to be in trouble, not just from the strats, but from the land. He's already spamming Tech 2 PD. To split again, so much going on in this game. The wheelie's finished their Monkey Lord. These units down here are coming into the base. Sopak trying to defend, he's got PD here. These are all pillars, they've got so much health. Big air clash over the top. That looks like it's gone very convincingly for Team 1. Yusak definitely came off better there. Even kept most of his Corsairs. And the wheelie could be in real danger here. So that's a shift G on all the destroyers again. Very effective. Kills 3 or 4 in a single pass. Sopak's definitely in trouble. The Monkey Lord up here is pushing in as well. He needs the Corsairs to fight that. Where are the Corsairs? Okay, here they are. They're going to friendly fire, but I don't think it matters. Oh, Monkey Lord down in a single pass. Sopak survives, barely. I thought he was going to die there to all those pillars. I thought he was just going to get crushed, but the pillars would redirect it north to do damage to the wheelie. And this flak is tearing the Corsairs apart. He's lost all of them, look. Very expensive there. Oh, Espinosa's in real trouble now. And this arty base has been run over. Nothing can stop the Zui spam. Now the wheelie's losing his base. This is his Tech 2 power. The Tech 1 PD's here, but that's not going to save him. There's no way that can save him. T3 gunships, well, they're dying to flak. And Espinosa looks like he's done. He can't dodge this many Zui. Even if he dodges perfectly, the variance in the firing will kill him, I think. And these Tech 1 bombers as well. I think he's going to die to Tech 1 bombers. Oh, that's so painful. Oh, I think he dodged. Fantastic dodge there. Keeps himself alive for a little bit. Absolute chaotic. 100 health. He's still dodging. He's getting blocked though. Oh, it's not enough. Espinosa gets taken down. And now Yusak Madik is in trouble. He's desperately defending with his Tech 2 PD. And Tech 1 bomber spam. I'm not sure how long he can hold on here. These PD are not very good and the terrain is terrible for them. This is like the hill on the way into that fortress in the 2 towers, whatever it's called. It's so steep. Helm's Deep. This is like the hill at the side of Helm's Deep right here. Gandalf is just about to make his play down the side. But unfortunately, instead of Gandalf, it's like 114 enemy Zuis. That's a lot less inviting. Sopak's actually managed to rebuild himself here quite a bit. I wonder if it'd be worth relocating up here. At least the PD will get a better shot. So both players pushing, and we've got a base trade. I think this is fair to call this a base trade. Look, we've got Tech 2 mechs being built, all the factories, there's tech here. I mean, Farms has basically got all of his, sorry, not Farms, can't call him that. The wheelie has basically got all of his ion reactors here, all of his power is here, he's lost his main base. For some reason his mechs have been left, I don't know why that's been allowed. But this is a base trade now, I can see why this has got good ratings. Oh, poor Sobek. He looks doomed. He looks doomed again. He was nearly doomed 5 minutes ago, but he's almost doomed again. Those pillars just trashing his base. He's been building Tech 3 anti-air. Well, that's because he's behind and there's enemy ASFs right here, but I don't think this Tech 1 PD will save him. And I don't think this Tech 2 PD will save Yusuck. He's in the pond making laser, so he knows it's over. Oh, poor Sobek. I think we're gonna have to split again for like a third or fourth time. The crab looms over the hill, and poor Sobek, he's just getting drowned in units here. He's done. He's not walking out of this. No way. He's not walking out of that. He's properly dead. He's done. Goodbye, my friend. You were too good for this world. Sobek down at 34 minutes. And the crab finishes off Yusuck's base. There is no fighting this. Giant enemy crab, look. He's got his little antenna on there. Not really sure what they're for. And they're absolutely useless anti-air gun. Not sure why that exists. So now we have a 2v1, and this looks, you gotta say, this looks disastrous for Team 2. Look at the map control. That's like a solid, what, 20% of the map? Maybe? 20% map control. He's got this. This is giving him most of his mass income, I'd say. Or is it? Because whilst Deems has taken more control here, he hasn't developed it. This is all Tech 1 mexes. Whereas the Wheelie, if he has a chance, it's because he's taken the time to upgrade these mexes. He's got an anti-nuke here. He's got strats. He's much more set up. Oh my god, is he gonna? I don't think he can breach this. 2 fat boys for Deems. He is ready for the impending, the migration of the Zui Horde south. So we're gonna have Megalith and Megalith. So double Megalith versus double Fat Boy down here. Classic Cybran UEF matchup. And as expected, the Cybran here is on the offensive. They've got these Salems as well. I think splitting to kill this off is a good idea. You can fight this and win, and then maybe come around and fight this and win. You don't need to lose all your units. He's not stopping production, so he's still just building Medusas. And the Fat Boy's going to kill like 5 or 6 of them at a time. Easily. Crab is spotted. So what can they see? Well, they can see the oncoming horde. I'm not sure if there's really any point at looking at anything down here. This is where the battle is. And despite the huge map control advantage for Team 2, the eco is dead level at 36 minutes after a complete base trade situation. This is a crazy, crazy game. Well, that Salem isn't going to last long against that firepower of that magnitude. Well, neither is the Fat Boy. The amount of projectiles all over the place. I think this Fat Boy is being caught here. We've got the laser upgrade. So, Yusuck walks out of the pond with the laser and gun. He's got Ras as well. I'm not sure what use that really is anymore, but he has no base. He can't spend it. I mean, he's just over. Oh, he is
Commander
spending it
under
somehow.
attack.
Wow. I don't know how that happened. Maybe it's to run the base or something. Oh no, the crab! The crab's gonna get him! Dodge! Maybe not the best idea to come out of the water there, but I'm not sure what else he could have done really. And now this is a 1v1 at 40 minutes into a Seaton's game at 2k plus. And this base is getting wrecked. There's a nuke somewhere. I didn't see that, but it's from a nuke sub. That's why I didn't see it. It doesn't have the nuke icon. Where is that going? Is it going here? No, it's going up here, but the nuke is... The anti-nuke's not loaded. Let's put the map back on in case I missed something. Whew. The anti-nuke isn't loaded. It is loaded! The clutch anti-nuke load! It loaded just at the last second. Oh, it's disgusting. Deans really needs to get here. He needs to get here. This is lost. All is lost up here. He needs to make another base and try again. And the wheelie is on the run. I guess that's from dodging the nuke. And he is going into aircraft carriers. He's going full decentralized mode. These are Tech 3 air factories. Both comms, as you can see, in the water here. Neither player attempting to rebuild an air grid or use Navy really. Only the wheelie who is going for Tech 3 air. This does seem like a big turnaround considering how little map control they had a while ago. That's basically doubled. And there's not really anything to stop this. He can just turn all of his units through the middle. These crabs must have so many kills, right? 113,000 mass kill rate. So both players taking stock, trying to think about what they're going to do. And the correct response is to scout your opponent, which is what we can see happening. So lots of tags on the map. Make Omni. Spamming for Omni. No idea where the comm is. The wheelie. Well, he can't see a comm either. And his coverage is arguably even less. You can just see a lot of units. Really not. There is no air for, currently there's no air for, he's building fighters. So no air for the wheelie, but I don't think Deans can build any strats. He hasn't got, he just doesn't have anything to build T3 with. He's lost his Tech 3 naval yard. He's got another one here, but you have to assume that's going to get crabbed any second. And this push through the middle is just going to kill him off. Right? I mean, things seemed fairly hopeless for the wheelie not long ago, but he is... he's doubled his map control in the last 3 or 4 minutes. I'd say he's back at half now with this. Forget that he never really lost this island. It wasn't taken away from him properly. 3 crabs. And there's really no response. Nothing, no counter possible. We've got Fat Boys going up. Anti-nuke being loaded. Mex is being built. How much reclaim is on the map? Well, a small 173,000, so nearly enough to build a Paragon. a big scout wave coming out here. You can see this big... Oh, you can see the command there. Opak says to get cloak. That is a sensible idea. The wheelie immediately starts cloak. He doesn't want to get sniped. He is in a commanding position. Remember that the game doesn't end now when one army wins. The game will end when one commander dies. That's all that's required to win the game now. A single bomber can now end the game for either team. Sobak says he has nothing. Well, I can't really see that, but it seems... Yeah, that seems like a fairly accurate assessment. Thinking a fat boy. This is a full base trade. But it seems like because the wheelie... I mean, the wheelie didn't get here first. Dean's got here first with his comm, but the wheelie definitely went more all in with the building and the Tech 3 and the push. Dean's kind of was a bit slower to push. I'm not sure how much that affected it, but it's been a great game. Can Dean's pull off a snipe? This is the question. I think if he can't pull off the snipe, I think the wheelie is going to take this. He is going to take another game. Going Super Saiyan as the last player left in the little corner. Big sub. That's half loaded. Unsure how that's going to be able to do much, especially since these crabs can just go in the sea and across. Yeah, it's not possible to defend this from crabs, that's for sure. And there is a migration inland. Still, these mechs is never taken. I feel like a drop into here at some point with a couple of engineers in the last maybe 10-15 minutes. That's a lot of extra mass income. I mean, look at how much it's swung now, 400 to 1200. Look at the development level. Look at all the T3 mechs is. I know not everyone likes the icons, but it does make it easy to see what level the mechs are at. We can speed this game up a little bit. We just have to remember to keep our eye on the comms. Wheelie's comm is now back on land with Cloak, and he's making hives and shields, so I guess he's expecting the snipe and he's going to try to protect himself. The torps from these crabs just offensively ruining any frigates that get close. I sped the game up, but it doesn't seem like it actually went any faster. You ever have that happen? Maybe it's just too much. Does that mean my computer's garbage? Maybe it is. It's like playing on a Samsung fridge. Potato PC. There's a battleship here. I mean, if there's going to be a big fight here, it might even be able to... It's already got 39 kills. The AoE is just going to wreck these units pretty quickly. Yeah. The crabs are coming. And, especially with Vet already, this one has 165,000 total HP, which is absolutely mad. That is a lot of health. Crab is obviously a factory as well, but not many people use them for that. Mainly use them for the giant cannons. think it's hard to see what Deans can do against this, to be honest. I mean, he can send Izuis up here and deal with this, but that's not really going to resolve anything for him. He's attempting to get these mexes, but never collected this. Maybe he sees this as like enemy territory. I mean, I guess, you know, a battleship could just come here and take it back off him. But he hasn't been able to push back with his own battleships. If he was parking his own battleships here now, things could possibly be different, but he just doesn't have the eco to spam that kind of navy anymore. He's got a lot of torp bombers. I assume the wheelie is going to counter with some kind of air, but it doesn't look like he's going to try and do that. He's just going to let the torp bombers work. If that's the case, then I feel like Dean should have been building them a lot sooner. He only has one air factory, the poor guy. They're just not taking that much health off it. They are going to work, but once that kills the anti-nuke, there's going to be no defense here. Fat Boy's going to open up here. They're taking damage from land and sea, so that's... I guess they're not in range of the pillars right now. We have the Great Beach Kaiju event. So much Deans can do here. Kind of split his DPS between the two crabs, which isn't ideal. The wheelie says in chat that the crabs are stuck. Maybe they're stuck on each other. There's torps killing off that crab here. So one of the crabs is going to go down. The pillars just rape this megalith horrifically there. So close. The crab can't really do anything about it since there's so many of them. The Fat Boy is going to kill more of the pillars. Pillars, what are you doing, boys? Shoot the crab. This one almost got stepped on.
Tactical nuke incoming!
That's going to end the game here, really. The nuke lands. And, it didn't land on the anti-nuke though, but the eco is gone. Deans calls GG. He knows what's up. The depression gets to him. He's gonna call it. What a turnaround there. I mean, the eco wasn't necessarily. He wasn't necessarily behind. That's just because players left. He wasn't necessarily behind an eco, but in map control, he was like up here. My goodness. Poor Deans. He tried really hard there. So maybe if he'd managed to take and hold this, or he'd kept a bit more navy, he would have been able to resist for a bit longer. Maybe tried for a snipe. But that Cybran Commander was always going to be super hard to find with Cloak. Let's go and see the score. So the wheelie with 2 kills, Deans with a kill. The wheelie, look at that, so far up top there. I think it's hard to argue against him getting MVP again. That's just brutal. MVP for the wheelie. I think the Derp award is going to have to go to Cock there for that slightly late Control K. That was just terrible. I feel bad for him. But anyway, that was a really good game. Not often you see such a high-rated game go to 46 minutes like that. A lot of the players, a lot of the high-rated players, aren't likely to hang on until all is lost. So really nice to see that. Makes for a really good game. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you've got another cast, or you can leave it in the Discord channel with all the other good casts, and people will pick them up. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoy it, let me know. If you don't enjoy it, I know from all the hate mail that you guys really don't like the advanced icons, but I can't actually remove them currently because the actual advanced 3G icon download page is broken, so I can't bring it up. Feels bad, man. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.